Okay, so this is a 2007 Hyundai Tucson. I'm going to just pull off the intake manifold on the engine so that I can get to the spark plugs. And also you might want to use this for other things like O2 sensor. So it's a little bit, it's not as bad as it seems at first if you know what you're doing. First you just got to take off this cover, obviously. Okay, so just pull out those 4 screws and then you can pull the whole thing off. So these are all size 10 and size 12 bolts. First you gotta take off these two, size 10. Size 12. These ones are a little bit longer. Still gotta get these ones back in the back there. Okay. Pull out these screws. Loosen this up. Okay. There's 2 screws in the back, 1, 2, and then this one you take off the nut. And then there's a screw down here and one down below a little bit. It actually makes it a little bit easier if you just take out this bar in the back. So I'm going to take that out. Take out these 2 bolts here. And that bar comes right off. So you have this screw right here, which I just loosened up. And this screw. Now there's also going to be this one, and then these others. So I take this one out. There's this one over here. Now, to take off this plug, there's a wire you pull down on the bottom. Okay, so I just pulled this piece out of the way. There's just 2 hoses I slid off. Not a big deal. Get that pulled out of the way. And then, now if you look closely, there's this long bolt. There's a long bolt right there that I have to pull out. But there's something in the way right here. At first it seems like that's a big thing to get out, but it's really not. That's just a guard. So I'm just going to get this wire off, pull off that little thing. There's 1 bolt here. There's 1 bolt there I can take off, and then I can just move this guard out of the way. And then I can pull this big bolt out. So we have this bolt right here. I'm just sliding this out. Then I can move this guard out of the way. And now I can freely get to this bolt here to get it out. So here, I just loosened up this bolt. I'm going to pull this one out. And at this point, okay, I still need to take this here off. But at this point, it should be just about ready to come off. So take these off. Also, I just about forgot, there's this bolt that nut and this side. So these two sides, gotta take these little nuts out. At this point, the whole thing's ready to move off. The whole thing's ready to come off. Okay, I'd actually forgotten these two bolts here. This bolt needs to come out. And this one. So I just struggled with it and I pulled it up a little bit. You want to be very careful not to get anything into the engine there. So cover it up with a rag, protect it. And okay, we do have something attached here and here. Maybe slide these tubes off. And there you have it. Now the intake manifold is off completely. Also, another suggestion is take a picture of the engine. Make sure you can put everything back the same way it is afterwards. But now you can get to the spark plugs freely back there, and the spark plugs here you can get to freely. And also, this might be the easier way to get to O2 sensor also that's behind here. But this should make your project easier.